Today, you are going to draw a drift car with a little help from me. Yes, you heard it right. You can do that because I will guide you through it step by step. Let's get started. If you followed me previously, you could see some how-to videos I've done in the past. Some of them were a bit easier, some of them were a bit harder, but definitely not impossible. So today's project is a comic book / cartoony style little drift car with some smoke and background. I tried to make it super simple and just use a few colors. Now you can use some pencils or markers or anything really what you have at home. I don't want you to spend huge money, especially if it's your first drawing. I'm going to write a list of those markers I used for this drawing. So if you want to get the same colors, the same shades, then you can have a look and order them or buy them in the shop. So you need a ruler. Unfortunately, I broke my plastic one, so I used the metal one. French curve is not necessary, but it helps. Clutch pencil, fine liner, white pencil, white gel pen, rubber, and obviously the markers. Right, now we have to make the grid that helps you to do the outlines. So I decided to draw this grid on a size A3 paper, and I'm going to do 15 × 15 millimeter squares, 14 of those horizontally and 8 vertically. If you do 2 lines in the middle of the paper, you can position the grid perfectly. In the middle, all you have to do is mark 7 of those to the left and right and 4 up and down. Make sure you don't push the pencil too hard because you will need to be able to rubber them out later. Now we have the grid. The next thing is to do the outlines. I know it's a bit too fast, but don't worry. I will share a reference photo at the end of this clip. You can screenshot this and do it at your own pace. The outlines need to be close to perfection, so don't push the pencil too hard because you need to get rid of those unwanted lines later. When you are happy with it, make it permanent with fine liner. The rubber won't delete those, only the lines you've done with the pencils. As you can see, I made a lot of those, but it's okay, they will all go away. Here's a better picture for you. You can see the grid is more visible. You better download this and use it as a reference photo. If you are 100% happy with this, you can get rid of those lines you don't need. The next step is coloring. Let's start the coloring process with the black. Try to stay in line. If you want, you can do 2 layers for the darkest results. For the roof and the A-pillars I use baby pink. On the bonnet I use lipstick red and poppy for the lighter parts and ruby for the dark ones. At the front I use the baby pink, lipstick red and ruby combination. Just keep going with these 3 different shades of red. There is no rule what you need to use, just try to do the same what you see. Here you cannot really go wrong, you know, use the light ones first and go darker. You can actually practice on a spare paper next to it, so just make sure you use the right color before you use it on the actual drawing. You can use ice grain number 3 for the headlights and for the intercooler, or just paint it black like it didn't have one if you don't want to draw that. I will use darker shades to make the shadow effect, you will see later in this clip. For the rear window, I used Ice Grey 1. Let it dry out completely and draw a white line on the wing. Unfortunately, I forgot to press record, but it's really easy, just simple line and some headlights on the mirrors. When everything dries out, use the gel pen to do more highlight of the car, including the wheels. This makes the car look shiny. Finish the bottom of the car with dark grey. I've been using Ice Grey 7 and obviously black. If you decided to do the intercooler, the best thing is to color the inside black and let it dry. Okay, let's jump on the headlights now. I used Ice Grey 7 on those. Just draw some lines here and there. Just typical 90s Japanese car looking headlights. You can't really make a mistake here. Just do what you like, do what I do, and you'll be fine. Okay, now we go back to the intercooler. Just draw a very thin line on the top and just make it wider and thicker as you go down. Just make sure you keep distance between the lines. Use the gel pen to do the highlighting on the headlights and pencil for the front lip. You can use whatever you like. I used both of them. If you use too much, like I just did, just correct with the black marker and the car is actually finished. You can leave it as it is, or you can also do a little background. I made a frame around it so I don't have to color the whole paper. I started with the lightest gray on the sides and used darker shades as I got to the front of the car. Be creative, make it look like it's moving fast. Next thing is the smoke. It's super easy, just make something that looks like a cloud and color the outside of it so it looks like rear tires are smoking. Just leave the other side as it is. You can also use dark gray for the rear window or even blue, but it looks more like it's tinted. So pretty cool effect. And just finish the sky and let it dry. It will look smooth, you will see. And here it is, your own little drift car drawing you just done. Congratulations if you made it this far. If you want to show me, you can DM me on Instagram. I really want to see that. I'm super curious. Do you want to draw something more advanced? If yes, this is the video for you.
Right.